Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Hypnospace Outlaw. This is like a computer exploration game. It makes more sense if we actually play it, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we're going to start in on it. We've got this little boot screen here first, and then we have a cutscene to start things off once I actually am able to start the game. You'll notice I do have another save. That's my 100% save. I'm preparing for another lore video, this time about this game, so I need my 100% save to do that. Again, as soon as we open up and we actually click on this question mark, a cutscene will start. This is the only cutscene I'll be quiet for, so here it is.
The future is you. Your passion. Your imagination. Your hard work. And now, with the help of Hypnospace, you have the tools and the time to make it a reality. Witness the dawning of a new world, where sleep time is no longer downtime. It's where the future is built. A future built by you. Hypnospace.
Welcome.
Okay, so here's where we can actually get started. So we're a Hypnospace patroller or enforcer or whatever. I just want to show this area. This is the begin training area. I like the graphics in this game a lot. I forget if I can mute that guy, but this is like the tutorial area. I'm not going to actually participate in any of the other tutorial. I already know how to play the game, and that's all that is. If there was anything really special to show in the tutorial, I definitely would, but there's no reason to. So this is your welcome, little welcome email. It's just basically telling you, thanks, a very corporate kind of bland, like thank you email, and then we already get our first job. In this game, you play kind of like a police officer. Well, that's a stretch. Like a detective, sorta. In our first job, you'll see it says, "Hello, Dr. Dirk. There's content infringement. This is a notice regarding any content that copies or bears the likeness of a 1962 cartoon character, Gumshoe Gooper." Okay, let's take a look at what that is. So this is like a whole-ass operating system, it feels like. And here's our downloads, and we've got a picture, and this is what Gumshoe Gooper looks like. I'll go ahead and add him to our background for now. I'll be sure to clean him up later. So here's like our Internet Explorer type deal. I'm going to pull it up now, and you can see we have different zones. Now this first zone is the very official Hypnospace Central, and we can kind of look around. There's like the newsroom, where we can look at some news going on, and then there's like guides if you are confused about things. Like there's a guide to HypnoCoin. This is the money that's in game. I'm not showing every single little page. One, that would be crazy. I would pull my hair out. Here's like a TV spot survey, for example, and for 11, I keep wanting to call it Bitcoin, but it's the HypnoCoin. If we enroll into these surveys, and so we pretty much just got free HypnoCoins. I don't remember if we get any from actually completing the survey, so I'm just going to pass on that for right now because there's other ways to get it. These are the actual zones frequented by our citizens. So like I'll show two of these, I guess. This is Artie Dispenza. He's one of the artists, like an artistic person for Hypnospace and Merchant Soft. You can see this funny little document that he's made, the Ubiquitous. This is actually a parody of a Pepsi design document where like he like has all these like goofy ass like phrases that describe why he fucking did the did the logo the specific way that he did and stuff. And like, you know, here's like all the fucking planets, the Hypnospace universe where Hypnospace is all. It's like, dude, that Pepsi document's fucking hilarious. It's just how bad that I mean, it's, I don't know if you remember in school whenever you might have had a like a project to do and you had to fill up the word count. That's what that fucking Pepsi document is. So this looks like it's a band, if I'm not mistaken. There's some things worth reading into and some that aren't really all that worth reading into, but this is just like a band. So I'm showing you this before we actually get into the nitty gritty of the researching and stuff. Well, researching it, playing the game proper. I'm showing you this first so that you can realize what these like web pages and stuff actually look like. So we can hit the home page. We can add little tags to pages. Like if I would go to Good Time Valley, and let's say I go to Burnin' Rubber, and I think he's a badass, so I want to add the skull to his page. I can. I'm gonna pause that. It's giving me a little bit of a headache. I knew his music played, but damn, that's a little loud. But yeah, so we can add tags to people. So let's go ahead and take a step back and reread that email, not the new one that we have, even though we can do the feedback. I'm not going to do that. So Gumshoe Gooper, right? Well, there's something else in this game that I haven't covered yet. Let's go to Chit Chat. You can see we have tags on the side. So if I want to know everything that there is about Chit Chat, some pages can be tagged with Chit Chat. So here's an article by a guy who covers what Chit Chat actually is. It says, what in the world is Chit Chat? And it's like basically the instant messenger. It's kind of like a modern day, well, that's not exactly true, but Discord. Back in the day, it used to be called like AOL Messenger or some shit. But anyway, so we can do those tag searches for ourselves. For example, let's just try and see what we have under Gooper. So it looks like we've got 3 returns for Gooper. Let's take a look at this first one. Gumshoe Gooper art from my first grade class. Okay, that makes sense. Let's take a look at that. Nice. So there's, we already have some copyright infringement. I'm going to take my little tool here. This is how we report stuff. And let's see, where is content infringement? So we can ding him and submit it. And you can wiggle your mouse to make things on the screen go faster. Sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. Now, early on in this game, I find it's kind of important to farm Hypno coins, so that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to farm it off this too, because that is also the likeness, especially since it does say Gumshoe Gooper. Now, surprisingly, there's actually one picture on this page where you can't tag it as copyright infringement. This here, kind of wildly unethical, not usually my MO, but we need Hypno coins so I don't get a headache in this game later on. There's Gumshoe Gooper, a little animation of him I can tag to. But that's basically all this is like a little detective game. So maybe I should go ahead and show you, because we just got a case and they are congratulating us. We can close this case at any time that we'd like to. You can see how many violations we have to find and how many additional violations we find. Progression in this game is actually only based on the number of reports that you do, not actually turning in a report. So the only reason you would turn in a report is for bonus money, which is, see, we just got our next progression even though I haven't turned in these cases yet. The reason that you would want to do that is to farm money. That picture that I just passed, I'll go up and I'll try to do it so I can show you what I mean. I believe that this is the one that actually is so abstract it doesn't even get tagged as Gumshoe Gooper. So even though it says Gumshoe Gooper underneath of it. But yeah, no violation detected of Law 1. I think that that's the end there. Now, before we bother to close this out, let's take a little step back. There's Sandy for leader, and she has Gumshoe Gooper on her page. We'll go ahead and ding that for copyright infringement. And I don't remember if there's another page for Gumshoe. You know what? I believe that there is. I'm going to try and show everything in this game that's really important. And then I'm also going to show the most logical way that you're supposed to solve these puzzles. Now, unfortunately, I have played this game before, so I can't really play it in a real-time sense as though I don't know what's going to happen. But so that's it for this little quest. And you'll notice we have another email. But the first thing I'd like to do is to cash out on this case. So we got 99 Hypno coin. Let's close the case. And now we got 139. So we basically got about 5 Hypno coin per bonus one, or 5 Hypno coin for each one we did. So now somebody's been reported for harassment. Zane Rocks 14 has been reported for harassment in Teentopia. Please look for possible violations. Okay. And then if we deem it fit, we can also ban Zane. I'm not going to be doing that for a very special reason, but again, let's see if we can find this Zane character. Now, Zane is a little bit full of himself. He's in Teentopia, which you'll notice that we just unlocked. Again, Zane is a little full of himself, so he does tag most of his stuff actually as Zane. Let's go to Zane Rocks real quick. You'll notice if I pull up the citizen data, his headband ID, H001147-0A. So this is Zane, right? And so if we take a step back, headband IDs are actually unique, unlike profile names. So here's a profile where supposedly this is Zane's girlfriend, and wouldn't you know it, the headband ID for little Miss Jessica White is H001147-0A. So unfortunately, Zane is pretending to be his own girlfriend. Very lame. Now we can kind of read his profile. I love the music that's actually on this profile. He runs a secret page in Teentopia. It isn't in the listing, so you can only get to it if you got the link. If you're lame, don't even bother thinking about it. Okay, well, let's keep that in the pocket. He also claims that he has a girlfriend. Here's some more about him. He's 15 years old, 10th grade. He likes the Techno Wizard. Okay, and he's won the Dumpies Award. Maybe we'll look into the dumpster later. Well, let's... He really likes this C page a lot. And maybe... Let's just do C page. I call it C page, but one of my friends actually pointed it out to me that it's probably seepage, which is funny. So we have Aldrin C page review. Let's just take a look at this. So this is evidently not something run by Zane. This is very toned down. It looks like a fucking scan of like a newspaper article. So that's not it. Let's do, here's Big Z Slayers 1, or Got Gamer Way Lame. Let's go to this one first. It looks like Zane does comics also of him like being a cool guy, and let's take another step back, and I know you'll notice that there's another link here. This is the Got Gamer Way Lame page. So there's a, I believe we're on the main Got Gamer Way Lame page. Nope, we certainly aren't. Let's go to the main one. So this is where they ask, Zane asks one question: are you way lame or do you got game? Looks like we have 2 episodes. Let's look at the first one. This is where we interview we don't interview, but we have a talk with Mikey Psyche, the lead singer. Mikey Psyche, the lead singer of the amazing band C-Page. Is that Mikey Psyche? Oh, okay, that's cool. So yeah, they're chatting with Mikey Psyche, and it's time to figure out if he's got game or way lame. And of course, his favorite singer and his favorite band does have game. Let's go to Corey. Corey, ew. This month on Got Game or Way Lame, that brassy kid, also known as Corey. So we have some less than flattering imagery here. I guess we could probably go ahead and ding this for harassment. I'm pretty sure the pictures are the only things that we can actually ding as harassment. let me go ahead and try to just ding the dialogue just in case. I'm going to say it probably doesn't work. Okay, no, it does work. Well, this would be a good way to farm some more Hypno coin. But yeah, some unflattering pictures, unflattering dialogue, and seepage playing in the background, or seepage, sorry. Ever since my friend told me about that, it just, you know, feels weird to call it seepage, because evidently that's not what it is. Now, you cannot actually ding this, the dialogue or the toilet, so we'll just ding this last picture of Corey here, and then we'll ding this dialogue. I think that that's all. I'm scrolling down here to see, and yes, no more pictures of Corey, nothing. Alright, so let's go back to the main page, as we do have a new message from dispatch. We have a new case, extra legal commerce. Well, let's close the Zane one first. Again, I'm not going to ban him. In real life, maybe. I mean, his fucking pictures are so childish, but amateurish. So this is a notice for all that the Kappa Cash payment system is extra legal commerce. Please look through all assigned zones for at least 4, possibly more violations. Well, we can download this, which is a photograph of what Kappa Cash is. I'll go ahead and throw that on the background. I'm not sure if I remember how to actually get rid of like these pictures, but oh well, we'll just put it in the trash. And then so now our new target is the Kappa Cash. Well, let's try and do this the same way that we've done before. Use the handy search feature and see what we have in Kappa. Well, it's probably one word, Kappa Cash. And so it looks like Sherry Heels is tagged with Kappa Cash. We're not really sure why, because she's, looks like she's into mystical stuff, healing and love spells, demon and ghost exorcisms. Maybe if we ask her, she'll tell us why, or how she's doing this Kappa Cash. So if we want a consultation, we'll have to make a small deposit of 33 Hypno coins. I guess I'll go ahead and pay that. And then we've got a new mail, so we can have a consultation with Sherry. And so here we are. Now it looks like she's willing to do 20 minutes of a healing for $20. That is interesting. That is $60 an hour. That is a pretty good paycheck at the end of the day. So we can go ahead and ding her for the Kappa Cash. She's not supposed to have that, obviously. And then if we scroll down, we've got another Kappa Cash that we can ding. Not allowed to have that, even if it is for a love spell. People's belief in the mysticism always kind of interests me. I don't really look down on these people like a lot of people do, because maybe I believe in some goofy things too, but it does just kind of interest me, the mysticism with which people are willing to believe that like love spells and shit work.
You've got Hypno Mail.
Let's see what we have on the Hypno Mail. So we missed one or more, maybe. Also, hi, I'm Dylan. So we actually have a email from one of the Merchant Brothers. Now this is one of the 2 creators of Hypnospace or Merchant Soft. Notice that Dispatch sent you the Kappa Cash thing. You've already found a few, but we're detecting Kappa Cash still. Don't know where it's coming from. I could go digging and find myself, but that's why you're here, right? So let's see. So he's just basically letting us know that we have missed one. Now you can kind of search around. I'm trying to think of the most logical way that you would go about finding this out without just let's see what we have in the open eye. This one's new, right? And I believe if you actually pull up our Hypnospace cases, let's see, extra legal commerce, in our assigned zone. So I guess it could be any zone, but since we did get the open-eyed zone, let's take a look around it a little bit. Lookout Ministry. So this looks to be a sort of Christian page. We can look at a few things here. I'm not too keen. Swishers is kind of cool, I suppose. I'm trying not to just run and gun through this Let's Play too much. Here's a Chit Chat. If you actually go to pull up Chit Chat, you can see it's like the direct message feature of this. You have to actually install it. But you scroll down and then you go to install it, but it's not compatible with the HypnoS Enforcer Edition, which is what we have. So we will not be direct messaging anybody. Here's a page on how to become saved. And I think that that's all to see here. What about this one? Oh, well, that's a dead link. A couple of those exist. Page tags, you can also click on here, and it'll show everybody who has the HS underscore Christian tag, like this Tamara Frost. I don't like her music or her poetry, which is what she does. This is the spoken word. You can actually download these and listen to them. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to it again. I don't really like her voice, but let's pull back. Well, I don't like what she's saying. Her voice is fine. Magic orb that knows all. Let's ask it a question. Will the sun fall out of the sky tomorrow? Phrase your query with eloquence, please. Will the big ball of light in the sky fall onto Earth tomorrow? God damn it, it already knows. Okay, let me ask a different question. Oh boy, I'm not trying to piss around here too often. Is E3 gonna be lit next year? The opposite is true. Fuck, you're probably right. Gus's Temple of Serenity. This is like a sort of a, well, he's got like all the healing energies and stuff. I don't know a great way to describe some of these people because they're people that you know on site, but I don't know if they actually have a word for them. He has stuff for sale like wallpapers and backgrounds. Let's take another step back. Professor Helper for HypnoS, your friendly computer expert. Okay, well, why wouldn't I want a computer helper on my computer? I guess I wouldn't see a reason not to just flippantly download random-ass software. Let's pull up Professor Helper and install us a little helper to help us navigate the wild world of... Okay, I see you're installing something. Can I help out? Why, of course. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, it looks like I've accidentally clicked on it, so I guess we might as well look at this page. So these are like, you know, pop-up ads courtesy of Professor Helper. And oh my goodness, you can't pay with Kappa Cash. That's extra legal commerce. So let's go ahead and ding this. So what you can do, theoretically, is sit here and try to get all of the Professor Helper random drops. So like, here's one for, oh man, I was hoping not to get this one, the cruise, which now makes my screen shake for a little bit, and thank you, Professor Helper, but I'm already wrapped up. There's another extra legal commerce, but I do want to show how you can easily, I believe, circumvent having to do the random, because it's random every time that you would do that. So let me actually, thank you for the wave, Professor, and I always spell Professor wrong. There's a good time scam watch. Thank you, Southern Gent. Professor Helper for HypnoS, and well, let's just uninstall Professor Helper. It's gonna save me a world of, well, headaches. Are you sure you want to uninstall Professor Helper? Yes, please. So he's gone at least. Let's forwarded message from Adrian. Dylan, we need to get rid of Kappa Cash, but Professor Helper is okay to stay. We're talking to these people to make a deal and get them to break away. So basically, report the Kappa Cash, don't report Professor Helper. There's no penalties if you try to, other than it just tells you you're wrong. There's the True Tranquility page, but I want to fix the new virus that we have first. So let's see if I search for a virus, what I might turn up. So HypnoCure, let's go ahead and ding that. Let's see, we got the light, automatic virus detection, easy cure me, one press button. I'll go ahead and take that. Cure us of this
Important message received.
headache that is the fucking viruses in this game. So at least it's cheap for us. I'm glad that I've been kind of, you know, farming HypnoCoin a little bit. So now our computer won't randomly wave, and Professor Helper is off our computer. So now before we look at this, let's go ahead and take a look here. Hey all, if you get a link to True Tranquility, do not open. It auto installs a virus. Ooh, it's coming from an account with no headband ID, so we can't track it. That's interesting. Won't hurt your system, it's just gross. So let's not click on that link actually, and you can see here an example of the shock image that it shows. It's just kind of, well, I mean, it's not it's not that bad, but you know, they say that it is in the game. And so this is illegal content regarding the disturbing images. So we've already been assigned to hunt these images down and, you know, figure out how we can get rid of them. So let me actually go ahead and pull up the internet. Well, hold up. Let's look at that email. Maybe that can give us some hints on the identity of this guy. So jump to the True Tranquility installation page. Well, maybe let's just look up Tranquility. Oh man, this is gonna show. Okay, that isn't so bad. So here's a link. Let's go to the first one. This appears to be a spookier page. I'm so proud of my friend Tim, who just finished his first interactive story. Oh, okay, well, congratulations, Tim. Interactive Scary #1, The Digital Parasite Reborn. Oh, well, that's interesting. Let's click on that. So choose a card to see life through the eyes of one of these digital parasites as they encounter True Tranquility. Well, this is an interesting take. Let's look at the rock star. So your songs topped the charts in the 1980s. Rocked from LA to New York. They loved you, but now 15 years later, you're basically a wash-up. So if we continue, we can try to enter True Tranquility. And yes, I accept the True Tranquility terms of service. And then this is like an interactive scary. So before you're able to take a breath, tendrils emerge from your monitor and eat you. Pretty simple stuff. And then you can do this for all of them. There's like the furniture salesman, and you can see here's Ann Lee's graphic designs. Okay, well, you're not Andy on the internet. No, you're Ann Lee. Okay, so all of these are like slights at people. Let's take a step back again, and we can scroll down. We have a lonely shaman here as well. Something about a divorced man. So there's a shaman and a biker. So let's try searching some of these search terms. Let's actually work backwards. Let's see if we have anything for a biker. I doubt that we do, but we'll see. Burning Rubber's page. Okay, well, oh my goodness, Pete, you can't be having this on your page. Let's see, illegal or profane activity. Okay, we'll go ahead and ding you for that. Of course, this doesn't actually ding Burning Rubber because he didn't do that on purpose, but let's take another step. Well, let's take 2 steps back, as a matter of fact, or 3, so that we can fix these. So we're on the right track, right? Let's try the Lonely Shaman. Now, this one is one that I'm even more sure we won't be able to find the shaman. The Peaceland, CP Shaman. Okay, maybe here. I don't think this is what we're looking for. I don't think this is actually the right shaman. So let's take another step back, and just to see, let's see if Gus's Temple of Serenity. Oh my! Now come on, Gus. This is just disgusting. We'll go ahead and ding this. Clean up your page for you, Gus. No need to thank us. This is basically, you know, the page that we were on before with the bazaar and stuff. That was real calm. Be horrible. It reminds me of like the fear of people putting like jump scares in really peaceful videos. So furniture salesman. This one actually won't be too bad. Let's see. Ann Lee. So he's Andy in real life, and he's Ann Lee on the internet. So let's maybe search for Ann Lee. A-N-L-E-E. Ann Lee. Okay, well, no results for that. Let me take another step back. What else do we have here? graphic designs. Maybe we can find a designer. Designs. Okay, how about design singular? Okay, well, here we go. Here's Artie Dispenza. What's he do? Oh my goodness, it's this goofball. Of course he don't have a fucking virus. And again, his ubiquitous page. What about Noble Warlock Design Studios, Arlen Fur Obi? What's this? Oh, alright, well, I kind of like this guy's page, but just because I like old graphics. Not obviously this beating heart that's kind of scary, but the page that's here afterwards. I like this wizard's kind of funny, and there's like another wizard. I think he's got, you can check out his first client, RR's Leather Cowboy. He's got some, yeah, like the skull with the tipping cowboy hat. He's kind of funny. Now, we've got 3 out of 4 of these things already solved, so we're doing really good. Let's just go ahead and wrap up this by the Rockstar. Now, maybe, and I'm gonna say no, but let's see if Rockstar returns anything. Rockstar. How about that? Cruncher, Real Chowder Man. Oh my god, come on, Chowder Man. Illegal or profane activity. Let's go ahead and ding you for that. And with this, actually, is all of the viruses in this, you know, little case completely solved. So, oh my goodness, what a ride in Chowder Man's Chowder Copter. Wow. Okay. Let's take a look at these emails, see what we have. Hello, dear sir or madam, please help my dream. So I've always dreamed of becoming a treasure hunter and exploring the seas. Let's take a look at this dude's page. Let's see what he's all about. After I get 10,000 Hypno coin, a wealthy stranger is pledged to fund a treasure hunting expedition on a boat. Oh, okay. That's cool. So he needs 200 Hypno coin. Now that's a little steep. It's actually all my Hypno coin, but this does unlock a quest later, so I'm going to go ahead and pledge to it. Congratulations, Dimitri S. Jackson. You will be a treasure hunter. You can thank me later. So take some time off and test a new Hypno S game. Okay, so we've had a hard day of work. Let's go ahead and install the Outlaw little game demo type deal. Please remember it's an early pre-alpha version of Outlaw, so it's not finished. Okay, well, I can sort of understand that. It'll give us a fun little break from the, you know, pretty hard humdrum that we've been. Early alpha software may cause Hypno S to become unstable. Are you sure you'd like to begin? So this is kind of a warning. Once we do this, oh my god, what is this? Okay, my dream has helped, and thank you. So it's from that Dimitri S. Jackson, just thanking us for the money. Now, early, so it's unstable. This is just warning you that there are 4 acts in this game. We're about to finish with Act 1. This will move us on to Act 2 after we play it. So just keep that in mind. If you're not ready, just ting not yet, and then you can play around on the rest of Hypnospace. Until then, I'm just going to go ahead and hit yes. And then we can start playing. Now, let's see if there's not some controls that load up. I know the controls, but I believe we go forward with the, WASD and, well, no, it looks like it's just the directional pad on the, I keep knocking into shit. Hold up, this game is breaking pretty badly. Looks like you play with the arrow keys. I'm trying not to break shit too much, and it does kind of look like Hypno coin is being deducted, but thankfully the bottom seems to be 0. And great, you fucking bricked my headset, Dylan. Oh my goodness. So, well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll have to reboot up here. And again, we want to load my account. Again, it's such a shame we only have two Hypno coins now after all that work, but hey, that's good. 3 weeks later, November 26th. So it took us a couple weeks, but either a new update got shipped out or we got us a new headband. I'm gonna put money on the latter. Let's take a look at these emails. Let me move this guy out of the way. You can stop talking. Sorry about frying your headbands. So it turns out he has 5 brought our headbands, and we actually shipped them back to them, and they repaired them, and they shipped them back to us. So mass cleanup for all enforcers. So looks like there's a person named Samantha, and they're doing the HSPD stuff. Only 2 enforcers had working headbands for the last 2 weeks. Hypnospace is a mess. Alright, so we'll have to... we need you to go out there, clean up anything you can find. We won't be sending cases or reports in advance because we're swamped. I'll create cases for the violations you find, but only after you report the violations. If you want some direction, maybe look for people who gave you trouble last time. Well, let me just retroactively kind of go through my emails. So here's Sherry. I've had a feeling that Sherry wouldn't really respect that she can't do Kappa Cash. Now, she does say, she's like, HSPD, please, I need this to survive. It's the only way I can pay my rent. So it is wildly, probably, not cool to ding her for Kappa Cash. But, I mean, we also have a job for one, which is to not allow her to do that. She can't do that in the terms of service of this. But also, I sort of feel like she's kind of scamming. I mean, 20 minutes for a fucking healing chit-chat session. You're crazy. You're definitely fleecing the people who would come to you for a little healing chit-chat session. People who are emotionally or spiritually damaged. Let's see what email we have. Kappa Cash found by me. Let me scroll up. So Kappa Cash, extra legal commerce. I also did not have a chance to close any of the former. That includes the former cases. You can be quiet. And then I am also going to ding the shock images because those are completely finished. Thank you, Skull, but I don't need any of it. Now, I think you might be able to, well, let me take a look here. Let's go to Professor, because I'm looking for a very specific page. Professor Helper uninstall. Okay, well, I guess not. Might be later. Let's go ahead and just ding this. I'm going to say we're done with Kappa Cash. I also don't want another virus on my computer. So, good job out there, but there's more to clean up. Well, let's take a look. Last time we had some issue with a gumshoe gooper. Let's go ahead and search for a gooper, see what we might be able to find. So stand with gooper. That's a pretty, holy moly, there's way more gooper pages. So here's one. You can see it looks like they keep putting a gumshoe gooper little gif up, and we'll have to take it down. Sorry, but that is content infringement. This is also, again, going to be our opportunity to farm some more Hypno coin. We can also ding this gumshoe gooper and add 2 new X's onto their page. I'm going to assume if this is stand with gooper, we probably have, a couple more pictures that we can ding. I don't know if this one's abstract enough really to account for gumshoe gooper. I'm sure that the one above it does. Okay, well, sorry, Hannah, but, Hannah, age 6. I know you deliberately, meant to violate copyright law whenever you did that. So let's go to this stand with gooper because this also helps. I'm gonna ding it with the eye. For me, that means look into it in a minute. And then in the meantime, we can actually go ahead and grab our hammer and ding the badge itself. Again, not to kind of sound like a parrot, but this is our way to sort of farm these coins. So we want to milk it for every little bit possible. So let's go to the search. Oh, okay, well, I guess I can't. Excuse me, I can't use the tag thing to find it. It's a search. It's probably favoriting the actual search page. Where did I put the hammer? Ah, yes, it's up here. It is, once again, content infringement. I might use the tagger on her page to find other people. We'll have to see. Yeah, it looks like it. So I sort of feel bad for this girl. I can't really understand if this is like a love long forgotten. It seems like her daughter has died, but I wonder also if this isn't to her mother. It's not worth reading into. If the answer is evident to you, it's should be evident to me. While I was reading it, was kind of confused. So let's go to the RR Ranch. This is by Southern Gent. Southern Gent I hate to be the one to tell you, but you can't have the tag on your page, and it also looks like you probably posted Gumshoe Gooper a time or two, so you gotta stop it with this stuff. You can try to like report certain people. Like it looks like this guy has got a couple points already. There's only 2 people in this game that I know of that you can actually get banned this way, but here is Arlen. Now come on, Arlen, I like your graphics. You can't be making Gumshoe Gooper stuff though. It's in violation of copyright law. You know, of course, that law that only matters to people who have stupid amounts of fucking money anyway, not the average layman. But oh well, we'll clog up the legal system by throwing your ass in jail for pirating a fucking copy of Adventure Time. Let's ding this little fella a couple times. Citizen quick check. I guess I can go ahead and scrub my mouse a little bit. This guy, you know, is very upset with HSPD, it would seem, for getting rid of the Gumshoe Gooper on his page, but hey, I stand with Gooper. We'll go ahead and ding that off of your page. And I believe that is all to see on here. Yeah, let's take a step back, because again, his music does give me a little bit of a headache. Let's see, I believe I've already dinged this. Yep. So let's do it one more time, and then I'm also going to search for Gooper, because I saw that there was several more pages on the actual Gooper thing that we hadn't tagged yet. So we've already done this too. We've done the 3rd one. We did Arlen. We also did RR Ranch. So we've actually done most of these chronologically. Reginald for leader. What does Abby have to say? Oh, this is very interesting. Well, Abby, for community leader, I'm going to tell you, you cannot have these Goopers on your page. Again, kind of superfluous to bother to, you know, ding these guys for copyright infringement, but oh well. I don't, you know, it's super simple way for us to farm Hypno coin very early. You can see people running for community leaders. Community leaders don't mean anything. Let's see, like, yeah, this is Reginald. I guess he's, yeah, that's Reginald, the guy who owns that RR Ranch. Sandy's humor page. Now I'm pretty sure that the tag is just left over from the last time that we visited this page. She hasn't changed it. And here's Gumshoe Goopers by Timageddon. Well, we're going to try to ding this. Timageddon is not the easiest fucking dude to kind of pin down, but hey, we're going to try it anyway. Looks like we at least have 3 seizure-inducing fucking gumshoes that we can grab from the back. I think this actual page is a parody of the people who give a fuck about, you know, Gumshoe Gooper, because just as goofy as it is to care about the copyright law, it's kind of goofier to be like, I can't, yeah, hi, I'm Harry, I'm 60 years old, and this was my favorite cartoon back in the 1940s or something, because I have no imagination. So I kind of agree with Tim on this. One of the few opinions that Tim has that I actually agree with is that to give a shit that, you know, your boomer-ass cartoon can't be posted is goofy. Great job cleaning up the Gumshoe Goopers violation. It's been a problem, no doubt. New case, unauthorized software. Oh, this is interesting. Malicious software, unauthorized speed boosting software reported in Starport Castle Dream Station. Please utilize your enforcement tool. Okay. Change your passwords now. Oh, this is from Merchantsoft, so that it looks like there was a bunch of passwords that have become compromised. We'll run into that later, but we're not going to mess with it right now. So we just got a new zone, the Starport Castle Dream Station, where we can actually take a little look around, and we're looking for some speed software, illegal speed software. So I guess your best bet would probably be to the bull ring is moved to the SAI freelance, so there's not actually a lot of content on this page that we can grab. That's interesting. Let's maybe go to the next page. This page loads particularly fucking slow. Linda's Library of Weird is now located in the SAI freelance. Click here for more info. Okay, well, it looks like everybody's going to the freelance because Merchantsoft has seen fit to merge all the zones. and severely limit our download speeds, the remaining members of the deleted zones have come together to form the Sovereign Alliance of Imagination. Well, that's interesting. Oh, we can actually visit the Freelands. Alright. Here's also the page tip where if you wiggle your cursor, you get faster page loading, downloading, and processing. So let's go and visit these Freelands. This is a very unique way to sort of travel. Let's read some of these signs. Welcome to the Sci Freelance. Click on the arrow signs to move. Click on landmarks to visit member pages. Alright, okay. Or hover over signs to read them. Ready to shave by the Chowdermen, used with permission. So cool that Chowdermen let them use this music for this page. Let's go forward, up, and we have got, what is this? Do you have what it takes to complete the accelerator trial and wield the almighty power of acceleration? Okay, maybe. Let's enter the bull ring first. Okay, so who is Taurus? A comprehensive history. So we've got some lore here about fucking Taurus, which is a comic book series. I don't know what it's meant to reflect. He kind of reminds me of, not Nick Cage. I'm trying to think of, Luke Cage from the Marvel Universe, and then I don't know what this would be, but I don't know. I like Luke Cage a lot. Here's like some fan art that this Roddy character has drawn, and then here's some information about Roddy himself. He's even got a cool little hat here. Roddy is one of my favorite characters because I think he's very funny, and I also think he's kind of a little bit interesting, and he's a whiz. So I guess we can try the trial of acceleration, and it downloads something to our computer. So let's maybe take a look at that accelerator trial. Of course, again, their download speeds are horrendous. So let's see what this says.
The secret stash is hidden. In the Freelands, you shall unlock it. 2 east of Roddy's bull ring, that's me, 1 north of Casper's rocket. Only one path leads to this place. Look closely at the borders. Once you find it, come back here. In this trial, you will rock it.
Okay, so let me kind of explain this. Of course, again, I have foresight, but imagine, if you will, so each of these are labeled, right? This is 5E. If we go back up to where we were, this is 5D. I would like to move east. Let's go east, 6E. So it's kind of like a chessboard, right? Where like if we go to the left, it should say 5. If we go up, it'll say D. So that's the directional. It's kind of like a chessboard a little bit. So if we had, what is it? 2 east, 1 north. So 1 north. Let's try not to get distracted by other stuff around. 2 east. So we can't go east anymore, and we are already north. Looks like we'll have to go down first. And then it said also to look at the borders closely. So after this loads, let's grab this little east. And oh wow, looks like, let's see, do not only proceed if you're worthy of acceleration. I don't know if I'm ready, but hey, look, there's another video that we can grab. Let's take a look at this accelerator trial. I don't really like exploring this zone while it's so slow. Here's the second one.
The father of the Freelands, his cybercogian name. The mother of the Freelands, what she shoots in her game. The amount of zones that Merchantsoft sent to an early grave. Now return to the Freelands, south of the Colosseum, and input this code you figured out for your final test. I really hope to see ya.
Okay, so that's a lot of information to digest there. Thankfully, I know the answer, but we're not going to rush there and input it just yet for a couple reasons. Let's visit some of these places as much as I really don't want to on the way back. So this is a lady. She says that you can like adopt a dragon. This kind of reminds me of like the I'm not too privy to like this kind of stuff. Like I don't know the full details of it, but like you can adopt like original characters online. People are like, yeah, you can just take it for your own, just acknowledge that it's mine. And that's kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. Again, not like super. And then here's like potions that she like has. Of course, these are all like fictional. This is a fantasy land. So let's like look at the fourth one. Fairy milk pumped from the breast of a nursing fairy. Okay, well that was a very specific one for me to choose. Let's do the fifth one. Vampire's blood, sometimes called vampire's milk because a special liquid is pumped from nursing. Oh my god, why are you okay. Are these all from breasts? Fragile grandma's favorite elixir recipe, but a lot of it. Extra magic mana energy makes you smell good. Okay, well, I'm gonna say it was pumped from the breast of a nursing green dragon mother. What the fuck? Why do you have an obsession with breasts? Is this a lady or a man? Does it seem like? Marjorie Paulson. I'm gonna say it's probably a woman. Well, your breast fixation is noted on your file. I suppose let's go forward. Here you can see the graves of the other zones that were merged in to make this one. Unfortunately, you know, they all died, quote unquote, on October 14th. But here's a library of weird. I kind of like the little art that this girl does. I think they're kind of neat. So let's see. I guess we're gonna see. I kind of want to show her scaries, and she's also Jewish. I think it's so interesting that so many people in this game are religious. I think it's kind of cool more than anything, but this girl's Jewish and Hanukkah's only in 2 weeks. I really like all these like faux herb gifts or whatever. There's like a phone that rings and then your hand gets eaten, and then there's like a clam, some, I guess that's a seashell, and then there's like a whale. I don't know. I just like the gifts quite a bit. So let's continue on west. I'm pretty sure that there isn't much to see, even if we continue west. Yeah, it looks like this guy's getting into some trouble here. And his page is broken, so I can't see anything in here anyway. Maybe later. Let's go down. I, again, don't think there's... Yeah, this is just a plot that's available to anybody. It looks like Kevin used to be here with 2 N's, but... Okay, maybe let's mosey back to the... did I already look at this? What is this? Yeah, it looks like I just skipped right over this. So the Cybercog Rebirth, interactive fiction by Gary. And then here's his resource page. These are just like... this is kind of like D&D mixed with like steampunk. It's like the D&D of their universe, but around steampunk. You can see like, let's go to Gil and Sarah Sanders. They're actually a really good example. So they're like what, like a married couple, and they both happen to be into these like, you know, fantasy stuff together. So Gil actually has a lot of hold up, I'm gonna mute this. I'm getting tired of hearing that song here in the freelance. He has a lot of resources here that we can actually read about what exactly is like, you know, the Sanderverse and Cybercogs and stuff. So it looks like there's some characters. This is Serenia is a character him and his wife made up. I think it's very funny that it, you know, has a razor thin fucking waist, or you know, core, and then there's like enormous hips and enormous breast. Signal is played by Gil. He plays a guitar. So again, it's just like D&D sort of. They're like these data cogs, which are like the contents can be decrypted and absorbed into the mind. So they're kind of like the EXP sort of this game that can give you your powers. There's like a cog work terminal. It's cool, but you know, I don't really want to sit here and harp on it too much because you know, it's not really the point. And he also makes his own music too, so that's interesting. Let's take a couple steps back. Maybe go to Sarah's study. So Sarah makes some art. There's a cactus with an arrow in it. There's a Cyrix warrior boy, Buttercup the horse. That's a cool horse, I guess. And her character in the Sanderverse, we can click here to go to a page all about her. So, interactive theater campaign, the Sanderverse. She's an archer with mind reading and telepathic communication abilities. That's kind of interesting. She's the Cyrix race. So, again, I just like it. I've always been really interested in, like, D&D stuff. I just don't really, like, play the game or anything. I honestly don't really have time to, but I have time to make big, long-ass Let's Plays. I guess that's the hypocrisy of Dr. Dirk. So, here's the final trial of acceleration. Now, we have to enter a password to actually get in here. Now, we'll re-look at that password here in just a minute. I just want to explore everywhere first. So this should be those people again, Gil and Sarah. Looks like they're, married. We are the founders of the Sovereign Alliance of Imagination. That's interesting. If you want to join a welcoming group who enjoy fantasy sci-fi gaming, please contact us. Okay. Well, unfortunately, my chit-chat doesn't quite work, so I can't really do that. And here is a rocket. I don't remember. Yes, Casper Air Graphics. So this honestly is like a page about this guy who does like, what is it, like fucking spray-on graphics for vehicles. Let me see gallery. Celestial Showdown. So he's done like a wizard fighting a dragon on a van, and I guess this looks like on a trailer some like cosmic shit. It's cool, but well, I bet it's overpriced. I'm honestly curious. How much would it cost for me to please send Casper a message through chit chat if you would like to get a quote? He doesn't have a flat rate, it doesn't seem, which is fair. For art you probably shouldn't, but let's go east one more time. Here's a little tower. I don't remember what this is either. Oh, yes, this is a guy who does, like, reviews, previews, and stuff. You can see, so here's Squishers. I might have talked about this earlier, but this is basically, like, the Pokemon in this world. You can, like, there's, like, an Ekans and I don't know, like a Togepi, like, fighting, which is interesting. And he does reviews on this stuff. So this is actually where you can learn about some games. For example, well, I know HypnoS games. So HypnoS doesn't actually have a lot of games. I do want to show this one that it actually does have, surprisingly. It's called Drug Runners. Let's download Drug Runners. I'm trying not to get too disassociated from what we're doing, but I do want to show this because I didn't know it existed whenever I played the first time, or until recently, as a matter of fact. So we have a new program on our computer. It's called the Drug Runners, and it has a little intro. Oh my goodness. Can you be the fastest drug runner? Oh my goodness. Did I say we'll talk about fucking Counselor Ronnie? I hope I didn't, because I don't want to talk about him. So here's how Counselor Ronnie's Drug Runners works. You can move, and then the enemy will also move. So for example, here if I move into him, I'll die. I get zonked, or zonked. So let's go ahead and reset this again. Let's go to the right, and then so we would run into him and die. Let's go left instead. Now we can go right again and move right past him with no problem. So let's go down. Again, don't want to get caught by a drug runner. So, or I guess maybe we are the drug runners. It's supposed to be ironic. So we've got these little staircases that we can go down. Again, oops, I would get caught up there. You just kind of have to, well, I'm not, like a genius in this, and you don't really have to be. I guess the gimmick is to try and do it in as few moves as possible, but I do want to show real quick. I'm not going to beat this whole little mini game, but you can, yep, you can now run 2 spaces instead of 1. So if I equip the boots, we now move 2 spaces every turn instead of 1, which is handy for somewhere like here. Well, let me actually just come back into this area. So we go down and to the right, and so if we didn't move 2 spaces like we're about to, we would have got caught by that guy. So that's pretty well how that works. Again, I'm not going to sit here and play the whole thing because we're kind of getting away from it, but it is interesting that you can play the game. And I think here's a Chosen. This is kind of like a FPS, but like for Christianity, which is kind of interesting. I don't remember if this guy says it's bad. I think, nah, he says it's kind of good. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and step back to the Freelands again. And maybe let's go get set up in front of the ring and see if we can maybe figure out this puzzle. So let's listen to the trial of acceleration again. Father of the Freelands, so his name, and the mothers of the Freelands, which he shoots in their game, and the zone sent to an early grave. Okay, so we don't. I guess if you were to want to, you could head all the way back over here, and maybe I will just to show you how you can do it to make it easier on you if you're trying to figure it out. We're going to star this page, and then we're going to, I'm trying not to go all the way back because, again, you don't want to go clear back to the main screen. We have to sit through all this loading again, but here we are back in, outside of here. So the Cybercogian guy's name, so we could just simply go to here, go to Gil, and go to his Sanderverse, and we can see that his Cybercogian name, who's supposed to be him, is Signal. And then we can also, if we take another step back, we can look at Sarah's stuff. And she, you know, shoots a cactus with an arrow. So whenever I first played this, I kept putting in bow. And I guess at the time that I played, you couldn't put in bow, but I guess you can put in bow now. And then the number of zones that they sent to an early grave was, of course, 5. So if we put in Signal, arrow, 5, aha, trial of acceleration. Now, just in case I have to put this in again, I'm going to put the I down again. I'm going to pause this so I can focus for this quiz. Are you worthy of acceleration? We have a little quiz we have to take. What's the name of the size special custom-made zone? Now, expect me to fail this a couple times. Pretty simple. The first one, the Freelands. What did Casper Air Graphics do before he made amazing fantasy sci-fi artwork? Now, we could have read that, but I'm not sure what it is. So he played saxophone? No. Played tuba? We're going to say no. Played bass? Perhaps. Played synthesizer? Maybe. Played guitar in a cosmic rock? Let's say bass. Damn it. Okay. Well, at least since that was the second question, we can kind of get away with, you know, guessing. It was the first one. So what are short scaries involving everyday objects called? They were invented by a citizen of the comic shop. They are called spookies. Damn it, they're called scaries. I even knew that. Freelance. Okay, he played a guitar. They are called scaries. Okay, thank you. Which popular dragon adoptee is an impish prankster and goofball? The dragon was famous in Dreamcastle. Oh my god, I think it's Drathian. God damn it. This is gonna be a this is gonna be a chore, isn't it? The Freelands, guitar, scaries. Okay. I'm gonna say, let's see, he was a prankster and goofball. How about, let's say mozzarella. Shoot. Okay, well, we only have so many more that it could be. If I get that question wrong again, I guess I'll just cut to me actually getting it right. But let's see. We got a 1 in 3 shot. Let's say Gradalus. Shit. Okay, we'll be back in 1 sec. Okay, so we are actually back here, and it should be Maraginius. Oh, thank God. Okay, what are Taurus and Maluda, aside from being the best comic book heroes in the world? So I actually do remember this. So Roddy makes this quiz. It is a humanoid bull and a sentient cape, I do believe. A human bullfighter and sentient cape. Psychic bull and a magic carpet. Mutant ox and a red flying squirrel. Code names for 2 human secret agents. So pretty simple. 1. What highly valuable cybercog item grants humans superpowers after they are decrypted? Those are called, oh god, these all look right. It's data cogs. Nice. Okay. So we actually can now click to download. We can also donate to these people if we were to want to. I don't, you know, do that. There's no reason to, and it hurts the amount of Hypno coin we have. So we can download Accelerator. And what it does is it's sort of handy retroactively for us. Accelerator gives us a speed boost, and it also randomly does the electricity sound. We'll go ahead and turn it on. So now, let me go ahead and tag this page with a star. Now, if I go back and I go through the freelance, it actually loads like wildly quicker. But after you load so many pages, this does pop up. So that kind of sucks. I'll run it until it gets on my nerves. So we now know where this acceleration software is coming from, and we'll have to go to the accelerator download page, and ding it, because you cannot have this software. Click here to download, and of course we want a copy of it for ourselves. That do just be the way that this shit works around here. So we should get an email about it shortly, but let's see, we can also close the Gumshoe Gooper infringement case. And then we can also close this one, as we are now finished with the speed booster. Now, again, we should be getting an email about it shortly. I guess we could play around for a minute until we actually, get message or whatever. So, merchant, this is a message. This is like a page. It's telling you that there's like a beef brain. Beef brain is like a thing where if you use these Hypnospace headbands, they turn your brains into beef. But if you download this beef brain shield pro and put it on like pages, then it'll actually protect your brain. So let's see what we got here. New case. Okay, this is interesting. A content infringement notice regarding multiple instances of unauthorized music distribution on an unknown zone. So this is interesting. Let's go ahead and download these reports. And you maybe you want to try it a third time. Let's do these chronologically. So October 19th, letter in the mail. Your Hypnospace service has been used to access, download, or distribute copyrighted works from Glamocaster, from their album Glamoplasm, the year 1992, and it has all these songs on it. So let's go to the next one. Here is it looks like somebody called Quality Production Libraries. There's a download of the song Sport Anthem by the band Clifta, and the copyright is held by a company called QPL, who have not given their permission, threatening legal action if the download is not taken down. Streaming the song is okay so long as the download is removed. Okay, so let's read this last report. I called by phone. Same one from yesterday. The Quality Production Library says this time she's found an unauthorized download of a music release by Zared called Celestial Reflection. It has 6 or 7 songs. She found it in a list of files and not on the official Zared page, which she said is authorized. Okay, so let's take a step back. Best way to track down music, probably in my opinion, is let's go to music. See what we can find here. Hypnospace guides, Barnaby's chair. No, of course not. That's not what we're looking for. Aldrin's House of Sound. This is just a music review guy. He does have a Glamocaster page, which I don't think will actually tell us anything. I hate his pages because they're fucking scans of his like actual reviews and like papers or something. Okay, well, I've since hit my limit with the accelerator. I appreciate the work it's put in for me, but it's now on my nerves. SCG audio software. This is a audiolizer, like things that you do, like closing out of pages and stuff, will now make sounds. I'm not gonna fuck with it. Tamara Speaks, of course we know her. Barnaby Chair, don't need to worry about anything with Barnaby. Now, RIP Digi Exchange, this is very interesting. Shouldn't be a surprise that big record labels are contemptuous of real music fans, but it still stings. Search FLST for greener pastures. Okay, well, Greg Smith can't steer us wrong, I don't think. FLST. See what we can do about these greener pastures. Let's go to the FLIST access portal. So FLIST is invite only. If you have a password, please enter it below. There are no easy steps to being invited. You must ask someone with a FLIST account. Do not share your password. Flist user login. Click here to access Flist. After logging in, once the system will remember you, enjoy the files. Dylan Merchant and Gearhead Greg. Okay, so enter a password. We of course don't have a password, and I'm not going to favorite this page because if I'm not mistaken, okay, well, I am mistaken. In the future, you can actually save that page. I guess for now, I should go ahead and save it as well. Now let's take a step back because there are passwords here. And it looks like we can pay HypnoCoin to get these passwords. But first, let's see maybe if somebody else has a password for us. So let's do password and see what we got on the passwords. What in the world is Chit Chat Gearhead Greg? Why? Oh, okay. How in the world do I pick a secure password? I get this almost every day. Use personal information that only you know. For example, the city you live, plus your favorite hobby, plus your birth year. So if you live in Denver, you're 29, and your favorite hobby is computers, wow, mine too, your password would look like this. Denver Computers 1970. Well, let's see. Gearhead Greg, since you helped build Flist, let's go ahead and pull up your citizen data and see if you drink your own, cooking. So let's see. City that you live, which would be Lexington, plus your favorite hobby, which is also computers, and the year he was born. So he's 49 as of 1999, so he was born in 1950. Let's go ahead and see if I can get that figured out. Let's see, Flist. Is it? Nope. Didn't I star it? Yeah, I thought I starred it. Oh well, that's fine. It's not all that hard to actually just search Flist. So FLST. And then we go to the Flist Access portal, and let's try and input Lexington Computers 1950. See if we get anything back. Okay, well, it looks like that's a quick and easy way to do that. Now, you can pay for those passwords if you feel like it. I always did until I learned about this little hint. So, again, now I think since we have the directories, let's go ahead and hit home and scroll down. Yes, we now have the Flist master directory list, which returns us to this page here. So now, welcome to Flist. Enjoy your stay. Here are the rules. Flist pages must be hidden. No zone listing. If we see pages listed here, we'll delete. No linking or ID sharing without permission. Welcome me. How to find Flist file directories. So you're now able to see Flist directories by searching for Flist IDs. So this is kind of handy to us, but not the average user, because other people can't see headband IDs, but we can. So we have to put F plus the last 6 of their headband ID. So let's do it on Gearhead Greg's, for example. Excuse me, Gearhead Greg's, probably in the cafe. Isn't that where Gearhead Greg is? Yeah. So since he's a little tech whiz, let's put in his headband ID. Now hold up. We can pin this so it'll stay, and then we can search for F 03465A and see what we get returned. So these are really unique. We'll click on this. So he has some stuff. I'm not actually funny clips from a morning show I listen to. So this seems like music. Here's some free soundscapes. Looks like there's Accelerator, Professor Helper, just a few random programs I'm saving for archival purposes since Merchant Soft has been having accidents with file deletion. Okay, so he's got some stuff here. Nothing really that we have to worry about all that much, but just so that we know that it exists. So I'm trying to think. Let's see, maybe if I do like music again, we might be able to find something. Music, Digi Exchange, Gearhead Greg, that's him again, so no reason to do that again. Let's look for like music fans. So here's Hazopedia by DM Noise Pusher. He seems to be a pretty big fan of music. I wonder if he also has a Flist page. Okay, so his is F80085D. We'll see if he has anything. He's 99 years old, so he's ancient, but he still loves music. Okay. If you're a beta tester for Outlaw, please download the new build. Okay, so DM, that's probably Dylan Merchant. Dylan Merchant Noise Pusher. Okay, the you know, dominoes are all falling into place. And look, here's Clift, which they talked about, Glamocaster again. Here's Zared, Celestial Reflection. So here's pretty well everything that they were talking about. So we need to go ahead and ding for content infringement. Can't be having these on your page, buddy. And like I said, we just ding all of these, and it'll also help us farm some Hypno coin, I guess, if that really matters all that much. But yeah, that's the meat and potatoes of it. This is a pretty simple one if you know where to look. I know where to look. Of course, the general person does not really know where to look, and it takes a little bit more looking around and searching and stuff. But that's the general idea, along with the hints of how you're supposed to, you know, find these things. So yeah, we can just keep dinging these, you know, copyright infringements. It's a good, easy way to farm some Hypno coin, because there's so many of these that we can actually report, which is why it hurts my heart to say that we probably aren't going to actually get to report them all, because as soon as we get an email, it's worth actually, you know, reading it. That's why I'm trying to speed my way through this real quick. I guess we'll go ahead and read whatever this mail is. Okay, he says, did you seriously just report me, dude? Did you think I wasn't going to notice? I don't know if it's you being funny or what. Everybody shares music. If any of our interns are snitches, you could really cause a problem for me and the entire company. We're doing amazing things. I'm taking you off duty. You're lucky I'm not banning you. Well, if you are going to take me off duty...
Important message received.
Uh-oh. Let's put it in gear. I'm going to assume that that's me being taken off duty. I would like to show it before the new year, though, this email. Notice you've been removed from active duty. Uh-oh. Hypno S shutting down in 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, my God. Well, we've been removed. Oh, well. Fuck you, Dylan Merchant. Damn. Oh, well. So, yeah, we just got removed from active duty, and I guess... oh, hey, New Year's Eve, so we can, you know, do some fun stuff in preparation of the new year. Maybe watch the ball drop online. Probably not, since there doesn't seem to be active streaming on this service, but hey. Ooh, it's been 35 days since we logged on. We're going to install this new Hypno S Year 2000 update, up to 500% faster. Oh my goodness, that's quite the speed upgrade. A new exclusive online game, Outlaw. Oh, okay, so looks like they're actually able to push out their car game, so that's interesting. Hopefully it's not a piece of shit anymore like it was before. And there we go. So now Hypno S must now restart, so it's going to close down and then fire back up, and it'll get rid of my lovely little Kappa Cash logo in the background. Yeah, it should restart us here in just a second. Of course, like most of these big updates that they try and push out, it's a fucking piece of shit. So it's going to restart us. Hypno S 2.34 and restarting now. And so finally we are loading up. We can sort of see a little bit of glitchiness already, but, you know, maybe we'll hold our breath. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we got an email too. We're back on active enforcement duty. So let's take a look at this email first. This is an automated message informing you you've been removed from enforcement. This is an automated message informing you that you're now on active duty for enforcement. And then here is a message from Samantha who's like, hey, I don't know if it was me or the system or what, but I'm sorry. It was my bad. You're now back on duty. So new case, year 2000 mine crash for me. Someone has hacked into Teentopia main page. They're threatening some sort of an attack. Okay, well, let's go look at the Teentopia page, and just to get an idea of this. So the year 2000 mine crash cometh. The digital parasites you love so much are in danger. Only one can stop it. If only you'd make peace with your blessed and pardoned name, Mother of Son of Tim. Okay, Mother of Son of Tim. Uh-oh. Man, this fucking page is broken all the shit, huh? So this mind crash is going to happen. If thou art the beloved, accept thine imparted name to disable the mind of crash. Well, I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't look at anything. That's fine. So we're looking for a name. In this, obviously, if we take a step back, we can see there's these heart graphics again. So let's go to the home page, right? Let's try and fix this as quickly as possible, because this is pretty disgusting. So let's True Tranquility, let's go to that guy's page, see what he has going on and stuff. Beyond Twilight Dark Tiff, choose your parasite. So here's this guy. I generally find that the easiest way to kind of get a little bit of dirt on these guys is to check out their Flist page. I don't know if that'll actually be true for Tim, but let's just take a look regardless. See what he has going on his Flist. So he has Butts disease. All these hexes are like viruses for the most part. There's Mind Crash. I guess I'll probably download that in just a second. There's I.hex and Marshmallow Pick 2. So let's download Mind Crash, Marshmallow, and let's take a look at all our new downloads. So here's Marshmallow Pick. Okay, well, that's, you know, somebody. And Mind Crash. Hey, Marshmallow. Or, I mean, Tiff. It's me, Tim. I'm sorry if this comes off as weird. I didn't know how else to get you to hear me. I really miss our conversations. I was using that chit-chat spying program to watch internal conversations. We should probably get off of here. Let's go to Cyberworlds, maybe. Have Teentopia reset to normal after she sees this. Okay, so, you know, somebody is looking for this, evidently, this Marshmallow character. Let's go ahead and install this program. Encrypted file. Okay, well, can I pull it out to the desktop? We'll take a look at that later. Tiff. So Marshmallow is evidently supposed to read this in the wake of the mind crash. This is kind of an easy-ish puzzle if you're like really on the ball, which, you know, we've already got our answer pretty well. It's either Tiff or Marshmallow. We can put in Tiff first. The password you entered does not match any on file. Okay, how about Marshmallow? Uh-oh. Okay, so here it is, just basically copied and pasted from, you know, what we had read in that file earlier, and then we can disable the scary mind crash button stuff. Pretty simple. And that should be that. I don't know, actually. Let's go ahead and pull up the Enforcer thing. Let's go to the cases. Let's go all the way to the top so I can turn in some of these. So DM Noise Pusher, we can go ahead and turn in that case. Oh my god, this fucking updates dog shit. We might not ever be able to close that one, I'm not sure. You stopped the mind crash, good job. Installing Outlaw 0.99.9. Okay, so I guess we can maybe go ahead and close out of this. I wonder if, I think it's going to automatically fire up the Outlaw 0.99.9. Hopefully it fixes these little glitches I keep seeming to have on my computer, and it does look like it's, you know, the January 1st of the new year, so, you know, congratulations every Mazel Tov, Happy New Year, welcome to the new millennium. Installing package 2 of 2, and this car is evidently broken all to shit. You're breaking my whole OS, you son of a bitch. Okay. Outlaw has been installed. And it's, you know, breaking my computer wildly. Dimming my screen, flashing it. Shit. Hypno Cure. Maybe cure me. Didn't detect any viruses. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to... Yeah, no shit, something's not right. So this update's evidently really fucking shit up. I can't even... I can't log off. Yeah, my whole operating system is basically getting torn to shreds. And it's destroying my Hypno Cure. Oh, destroyed accelerator. You gotta be kidding me. Hopefully this will be over soon. I remember thinking that this part was like extremely fucking long and annoying. But what comes after, it's kind of cool. So, yeah, our programs are basically breaking and shit. Maybe I'll try and put the Kappa cache away. Oh, nope. Our Hypnos band finally just shit out. So I'm going to, after this, there'll be a cutscene. I'm going to let it go after the blinds that we'll see. Until then, this is like a kind of cool cutscene. Yeah, so it like tries to boot up and we wake up in the morning. This is a really fucking like surreal cutscene. To go from like an interactive virtual world to here. Here's the cutscene, I believe.
The California teen hacker responsible for the year 2000 mine crash virus that left at least 6 Hypnospace users dead has become the first juvenile charged in federal court with manslaughter by way of computer hacking. Tim Randall Stevens, who went by the handle Tim Again in Hypnospace, will serve up to 6 years in federal prison for the crime.
Wake them in time to take medication. The virus is said to have infected over 1,000.
Alrighty, so we're back after all that stuff. Data recovered. Okay, let's go ahead and log in. This is, of course, years and years later. Kind of interesting little side note about what we just saw. Between 4 and 6 people can die depending on who you ban. If you ban Burnin' Rubber for posting all those gooper images, you can get rid of one person. If you ban Zane for being a bully and harassing, he can also survive the mine crash. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Well, I don't want to look at that just yet. Let's go ahead and look at the mine crash so we can learn about the mine crash. The Y2K mine crash was just basically something that injured a lot of people and killed 6 of them. The victims were Dark Twilight Tiff, which is actually the Marshmallow Girl, unfortunately. Mavis Ann Green, which is just some old woman. Rod's anti-government page, some like late middle-aged guy. Burnin' Rubber, he also passed away. Ringleader Roddy, who does all the fucking videos that I like and stuff, is dead. And who did the accelerator quiz. And then also Zane is dead as well. Let's go ahead and pull this up. So we're going to get into the fucking meat and potatoes of this game here very soon, whenever this actually gets kind of difficult. So we have to download and install the attached program to get started. There's some other little this and that stuff. Basically, we're part of an archival project where we can, look through old pages and stuff. But first, we have to install this archival project client, which now is kind of interesting because we can hop between all of the years that we actually had access to Hypnospace. So, for example, in the on November 26th, 1999, you might recognize that we visited Barnaby's chair. Now, if we go here, this Tamara character, who we also remember from, basically telling us that we have, from her spoken word poetry and all that shit. She welcomes the newest member, me, which is interesting. Needs outside attention if it's going to survive. Speaking plainly, we need to attract donors. My own social reach can only go so far. The kids who read my books don't remember forums, let alone Hypnospace. So there's a Hypnospace archival project lost and found page. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, I'll have to be in the future, of course. These pages didn't exist back then. And there's a bunch of different things we can look up. So here's the first one. There's a Chowder Man song. Adrian wanted to know if you dig up a song that the Chowder Man wrote about his helicopter accident. He remembers only a vague lyric about losing a leg. Adrian swears he sent him a text file with the lyrics and chords and would really love to have it again. Okay. Let's see. Lost early song demo of now famous rapper Kev J, a close friend of hers, remembers putting his music on Hypnospace. So I'm not going to read the nitty gritty. I'm just going to read the title and then maybe like a brief little summary. So we're looking for music from an old rapper, Roddy's early test pet. So Roddy made a test pet, a weird secret eye cult. This one is extremely interesting. And then we have missing person Dimitri Jackson. Daughter and ex-wife of Dimitri Jackson have contacted us requesting any information they can about Dimitri. Now, just so happens, off the top of my head, I do remember a Dimitri Jackson. He is this guy who sent us this information about him wanting to go on a expedition. We can check. We could have checked in on this if we had preferred to. So he went on this expedition by himself, and if we visit this page, you can see the coordinates that he went and visited last. Now, actually, if we go back to the team strategy email, and we go back to here, we can see that we have now found Dimitri, so that's a pretty simple one. Let's do Roddy, because I think the hints are pretty evident for him. So Roddy would probably have a Flist. He seems like a pretty intelligent guy as far as computers are concerned. So let's go to, let's see if Roddy would have something like a Flist. We're going to search for Roddy's project diary so that we can get his headband ID, and let's search for Flist 00021D. Search for that, and it does turn out that Roddy actually had a Flist, and he has some different things here. He's got like a Taurus wallpaper. Let's go ahead and close this down, pull this up. We can just, you know, have a new cool wallpaper in memory of Roddy, I guess. We can go up to our settings. Settings, which one might that be? Here we go. And set our, not screensaver, not our theme either, wallpaper to, yes, Taurus and the eye guy. It's kind of cool. And I'm also going to go ahead and delete the Kappa Cache thing. Can I get that icon off my screen? No, but I can move it to the corner. Okay, so let's see what we have. So if it was an old one, maybe in an older version of his Flist, he actually has a test pet. And what would you know? There's the test pet, and we can pull that up here. Test pet. There are some pets in this game that we can have. They remind me of chibis. I think they were called chibis back in the... Well, a couple years ago they were pretty popular, but you could have like Mew and stuff. But yeah, we can like pet this little guy and stuff. You can feed them like files and stuff too. We'll look into it later. So this is a SAM encrypted file. Maybe we'll look into that in a little bit. Here is a message back where Dimitri's family gets the coordinates from Chelsea. And it's at the bottom of the list there. This is a message from Artie, who says, like, you know, he's happy to now have the test pet back. And we can go ahead and go back to the rest of the strategy email. Oh, shit. I did the wrong thing there. Hold on. I'm getting all kinds of goofed up. Go to the future so we can see something we might want to hunt up next. So there's a Chowder Man song. There are hints of this around, but if you go to the dumpster, well, we can't search it here in the past now, can we? Let's go to here, and then we go to the dumpster and search the dumpster. So this is like something awful, basically. They just, well, they're a little bit ruder than, well, they aren't even that rude, but people are more sensitive to that. So here's some things you can read. The dumpster is on a hiatus. The venue is bad. Hypnospace lovers. I think that this had some pictures and stuff. It don't matter. But if we look at the archive, you can see things like, you know, the Cool Fest, for example, which is where that helicopter that you could win a ride on with the Chowder Man actually cut some guy's leg off. I'm not sure how it happened, but now we can go to the Flist, which is it too popular now? And you can read around. Here's some Flist, like, you know, people's Flist repositories and stuff. He says even Chowder Man himself is using it, and well, just see for yourself. So it's kind of interesting. Chowderman even has a list, so we can use his headband ID to look at the Chowderman's list. And here is the one-legged man.htx. So I don't think that there's actually a song that we can listen to, but these are the lyrics that he wanted. And so, yeah, we can probably go to the future again, where we can find the Lost and Found page. And yes, HAP Lost and Found. And we now have the Chowderman song lyrics. So
Important message received from _Artie.
Let's take a look and see what Artie just messaged us. Hopefully nothing too bad. The rumors are true. Eric and I didn't have compatible auras, but I can't deny his talent and sheer lyrical genius. Brilliance. Blah. I'm sure the one-legged man would have been a hit. Damn. Let's again look and see what we have left. We should only have 2 of these left. We have the Weird Secret Eye Cult, and then also have Lost Early Song Demo. Let's do the Eye Cult yet. Now this is pretty simple to get started at least. Let's search for eye, and it's too short. Okay, well, how about eyes? Can we search for eyes? No searches for eyes. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of the best sort of way to go about this. Maybe let me re-look at the future again. Well, I almost said it there. I almost let it slip. All I can remember is pages with a strange Egyptian eye on them. If my memory serves, I'm pretty sure Adrian Merchant had that symbol somewhere. Can you find out what that's all about? Okay, maybe, I doubt it very highly, but we might be able to find it off of Egyptian. Egyptian. Man, my spelling is on point today. Nothing for Egyptian. How about Egypt? Man, I really feel like I'm spelling Egypt wrong. I'm getting a lot of emails. Maybe we should at least look at these. Private. I need your help. My name is Samantha. You know me as Chelsea. Here, wait a few seconds. I'll show you. So she, this is Samantha. And now Chelsea, from her original account, which was, years and years ago, she messages us, and she says that she needs our help. So while we scrambled to put together the year 2000 update, Dylan worked on whatever he pleased. That kind of scared me a little bit. I guess this little guy dookied a little bit. We'll throw that away. I believe the software patch added the year 2000 update by Dylan, inserting last-minute changes that ultimately caused the mine crash. I believe Dylan Merchant is responsible. That's a lofty claim, and she needs our help to prove it. So this is our new objective. So, let's see. I do remember Dylan having an anxiety attack over a security breach right before Y2K, so maybe look underground. So maybe like some hacking people and stuff. We'll see what we can find. Let's go ahead and install the Sam Hammer, which will allow us to report stuff directly to Samantha or Chelsea. And so now, if we pull up our browser, you'll notice, let's go to a page. Let's say we go to Barnaby. We now have send to Sam. We can submit evidence to Sam. So I doubt it very highly, but let's just see what we get if we search for hackers.
Important message received from _Artie.
Thank you, Artie. You're a dream. Hacker, or how about that? Let's pull this open instead. An auspicious addition. Oh, okay, so Dylan Merchant is joining our team. That's probably not great, huh? Let's continue to go back. So underground. Let's think for just a second. Maybe in the meantime, while I try and think about what we should be doing, I'll just do some more lost and found stuff. Let's do, were we doing, the weird eye cult thing. So Egyptian. Okay, I spelled that right. Egypt. Did I spell Egypt right? Yeah, I did spell Egypt right. Okay. I had the symbol about, maybe we should search for symbol. I mean, I know we're really just picking to see what we can find now, but symbol. Whoops. There we go. So symbol and nothing. Okay, well, I'll tell you how you can find it just by browsing. If you go to the open-eyed, you can be browsing around, look for NetSettler support. You can look for Oops, I went just a little bit too far back. But as you are scrolling, you can find, maybe it was a couple weeks ago. Let's see, Cyrus free sound effects, truth about Trennis, net settler support. Okay, I could have... Oh, yes, go to Lookout Ministries. And then the page that we had visited earlier, the Squisher's Deception, you can kind of scroll down. And if you're looking through this page far enough, you can see there's like a weird eye type deal, an Egyptian eye. And if you're familiar with it, it's actually the Eye of Horus, which is tagged over here. They believe that the Eye of Horus... the snake is very clearly drawn to look like the Egyptian third eye, or the Eye of Horus. This eye supposedly grants the viewer sight that transcends good and evil, meaning that this snake is teaching our kids that good and evil do not exist. So we can see if there's anything else tagged with Horus, and then that returns us to the children of Horus, which we can try to enter, but we need a password. And so... let's go ahead and favorite this page, and we'll come back to it in just a second. Let's, in the meantime, see these emails, I guess. So, you know, you can see an email here from Dylan just telling everybody I'm glad to be here and stuff. And then Chelsea forwards you a message about how she thought that maybe Dylan just kind of shoehorned his way on, but instead it turns out that Tamara was like, yeah, go ahead and bring Dylan on. So where were we? We were with the eye. So you might think maybe Adrian Merchant has a flist, and that might be true. Let's give that a shot. Hypnospace, Hypnocure, Hypnospace Guides, Merchantsoft. There we go. So let's say we go to About Merchantsoft so that we can find Adrian Merchant and his individual page and see if he actually has a flist. His headband ID is F12340 4D, and if we search it, unfortunately he doesn't have a flist, but he was worried about a security breach. So maybe let's see what we can dig up if we look for password. What in the world is chit chat flist passwords here from the citizen? Well, let's go to explore a little bit of, let's do December 31st. Maybe we should search for password again here. See if we can find anything. Now, what in the world is chit chat? Let's go to where have we seen anybody who has any technical inclination? That one's kind of a tough question. Well, we know that Tim is pretty technically skilled since he was able to do the mind crash. Maybe let's look into Tim's flist page, actually. So let's find Teentopia. Let's go to Tim, who has a public page. And here he is. I think he looks pretty slick here. And if you click that up in the top right, you can actually visit Tim's little page. So let's go ahead and favorite this. I'll look at it with the eye. And so you probably don't belong here. If you're in need of entertainment, check out Dark Twilight Tiff. She isn't a hacker, but her stories are amazing. Who will watch The Watchmen? Only those with true sight may enter. So, we got some stuff that we could perhaps do here. But first, let's, I guess let's take a step back so that we can look at Tim's headband ID, F00928A. And then we can browse his flist over the last couple of weeks. So he has I.hex, virus ideas, mind crashed, and nothing really interesting. Anything in the past, maybe? Nah, there's another picture of Marshmallow in there. So nothing really on his flist that might be able to help us, but maybe that site thing could help us. Let's try to... Let's see, it's HFE00SAM file. Let's see if maybe, I doubt very highly, but let's see if we can find anything with the HFE00SAM. See if we can maybe find it. What in the world is this error message? So Gearhead Greg, our savior, is going to give us a hand. What in the world does this error mean? This means Hypno S is out of memory. Unrecognized file type. file encrypted with the sandwich compression encryption. So that's what we're looking for. Application incompatible. Your Hypnospace headband hardware has been damaged. So let's look for what in the world is the sandwich compression / encryption. So here's a little bit of info from Greg. Which files do you need protected? Ever see a file that looks like this? Why, I have. It's right here on my desktop. That's a sandwiched file. Sandwich encryption is a file encryption and compression tool made by Sam Parker, RIP, and Roddy Wall, who now works for Merchantsoft. Why a sandwich? It makes it smaller and protects it. While Sandwich isn't officially supported by HypnoS, there may be a way to decrypt locked sandwich files. You'll have to chit-chat me for more information. Roddy Walls mentioned above, he helped invent Sandwich, may also be able to help. He's currently working on Hypnospace's Virtual Pets game and has a page in Hypnospace. Let me look around, see if there's anything else that might be able to help. See what he's been working on. So he makes a diary. I believe this is the music part. Or I'm sorry, in other news, I've started working on a little virtual pet game, one of Dylan's many pet projects, as he says. Okay. We have just launched the HypnoS Virtual Pets. There are 3 so far. They're coming out soon. We didn't have a long time to finish these, so I'm surprised how well they turned out. Oh yeah, you Sandwich users just might want to download yourself a pet. So if you use Sandwich, having a pet might help you. And if that's not a hint enough, you can use these and feed them to your pet. I'll go ahead and throw away his dookie. I'm going to resort my taskbar, and then he shits out your file, and he gives us this all-seeing eye. Now, nice. It's now been loaded onto our desktop, and it appears just to be an eye, which doesn't do anything. But if you'll remember, Tim Mageddon says those with true sight can enter. Only those with true sight. So if we go to his Tim Mageddon, maybe if we use this on this file stuff, it might help. So enter the fleshy domain of Tim Mageddon. Click to enter. So we've got a whole new page for Tim Mageddon. This is a fucking treasure trove of information. So he's proud to present the year 2000 mine crash. Also, you found our humble home as son of Tim. Tim's out planning the apocalypse. Here is Flist, which we already know about. There's True Tranquility, which we already saw. Dark Twilight Tiff. And then finally, there's Minx, the only good community in Hypnospace if you know how to read it. Let me think here. Well, he also said that there was a security breach. And if you go to here and we scroll back to November, see 11/05, a little bit later than that, everybody got an email to change your passwords on 11/26. So it's probably worth at least looking on 11/26, November 26th. And guess what? Tim here has a password feast. And I'm also going to go ahead and try to open Minx, and I'm going to tag it with a star so we can look into it in a minute. And let's look at this Thanksgiving feast. So, lot of passwords. Underground hacker board, dear Minx, let me post. I won't break your password. I won't leak your passwords again. They change these quickly. Try them all. So there's like a dumpy character who, you know, this is his login for these different things. These will come in handy very shortly. But for now, let's see, Chit Chat for HypnoS. These are Chit Chat logins. There's different characters. Zane's passwords is Siski 2000. Adrian Merchant's password is Falcon123. Well, let's see. Adrian Merchant really strikes me as a person who isn't very actively protective of his stuff. So let's see if I don't see that I must not have favorited. Oh, yes, here it is. The Children of Horus. So we go to enter. Let's try putting in that password, Falcon123. And there we are. Children of Horus, 1999, Winner's Banquet to be held here. Standings updated November 24th, 1999. And you can see some different people who are here. C. Jacob, F. Kazuma, Adrian Merchant, A. Dispenza, which I believe is the other guy who is Artie Dispenza, the creative director. So for any capture, yeah, those guys were weird. Was this some kind of dumb competition between rich guys? Disappointing, really. I thought it might open some kind of conspiracy. I kind of can echo that sentiment. It is weird, but that seems to be just about all it is. Let's see what the very last thing that I have to look into is. Hypnospace Archival Project Team, Lost and Found. And then we scroll down to... I must have passed it. Okay, early song demo. So, all he remembers, this is Kev J, is that some guy deleted him from a listing, saying that his music wasn't real music because it was flip-flop and that he should do something more imaginative instead. I asked if he maybe used any search tags, but he didn't even know what I meant, so probably not. Let's go to here, see what we can find for flip-flop. Now, also, if you might remember, let's try flip-flop. I remember searching this term a whole lot while I was looking for it, and I just kept, could not find it. Here's Red Strike official, unofficial. This is like a fan page for Red Strike. But if you'll remember, in the Starport Dream Castle station, there was actually... shit, I'm trying not to... I want to go see Axe Downloads, Sanders Homestead. Let's go... Well, I want to go to the actual Freelands, which I may have to get to from using the Hypnospace Archival project, going to when, let's see... Starport Castle Dream Station. Here we are. And then I'll just go into the future. So it looks like it was renovated by Merchant Soft, so they broke a lot of shit. And Reckoning, which we don't know who that is right now. These people are now in the cyber worlds. So we can kind of, take a look around. This is the Trial of Accelerator. It looks to be broken to all shit. I'm just basically trying to make my way up to where we had seen the, oh my goodness, all the way down at the bottom. We had seen Kevin here, used to have his plot. It's available as of 11/20. So this one, unfortunately, won't bring us back far enough, but this one just might. Wow, Kevin, you need to work on this. Please get rid of the text. So you can't have, text here, according to the rules. And here's Kevin's page. His early stuff is pretty bad, but yeah, here's his demos and stuff, so that's cool. And with that, we should have all of the Lost and Found stuff found. Let's go to the page just to make triple double sure. So we have the Chowderman song found, early song demo of Kev J found, Roddy's early test pet found, weird secret eye cult found, missing person found. So we have knocked that clear out the park, and we can go ahead and see this email. So the Tamara is geeking over the fact that we had fucking found the Kev J's little album or whatever, but so, or not album, but his early music. So that is now done with. So we are looking for underground groups, right? Let's go to view this list, see what we can find. We're looking for Minx. Of course, we can't see this in the past. And if you can't figure out how to access the login below, you're definitely not meant to be here. If you want an account, talk to one of us. So what you can do is, let's re-pull up this eye here. It's an all-seeing eye. And I'll close out that shit. And enter Minx here. And then, Minx looks all messed up. I can't read it. Don't worry about it. You'll never afford the software anyway. So it must be some expensive software. But let's try to go into Minx. Of course, we'll need a password first, which we should be able to get off of Tim Mageddon's Thanksgiving Feast, where he gave us a whole bunch of passwords. Let's just do a real simple one. Let's do let's do Jezzo ? Don't care ABC 123. Okay, and this page is broken all the cane. So let's just save this for now, and we'll come back. So very expensive software. Can you remember any expensive software? Because I've got one that sticks out in my mind, and it's this shitty ass Hypnocure. We can go ahead and buy it, and it's been downloaded, so we can run the Hypnocure Pro setup, which is a little bit more impressive than our current Hypnocure setup. Has a couple different things we can do. Firstly, let's cure just in case I have any viruses, and I don't, thankfully. So now we can open up the HypnoS Explorer and maybe see what we might have to do to actually get this shit to work. So we got the software, so how do we really use it? Let's see. Hypnocure Merchant Software, Net Seller Support Now. Look at what you did to my page with the newest update. Not sure if you forgot, but without us Net Settlers, Hypnospace wouldn't exist. Bring back support for Net Seller. So, update. No, I will not be paying your exorbitant Hypnocure Pro fee just to load in my own page properly. Clicking a safe mode button every time the page loads is not an enjoyable way to browse Hypnospace. Okay, so we have to hit a safe mode, which has now been loaded on our computer every time we want to, view a page like this one, for example, that's broken. But for your visit anyway, it is, it does stay. So like if I go to click on like Tim and Minx, it loads and I can still go back and I don't have to hit safe mode, which is nice. So it looks like we have some forums here. You don't have to read into it too much. I'm going to be covering it in a lore video before too long. But what we do need to know is stop using Hypnospace right now. Look inside. Okay, well, let's see what they had to say. Don't use cyber worlds either. I won't post it here since the chances are too high that Dylan can find to see this. If you have second sight, search this tag. Revelation. Putting a backup copy on my island. Same one as the Dream Tools and Guilds dumb area. No one goes there anymore because Merchant Soft deleted half of their stuff. Dylan is out of Minx again as of right now. So something else you can do on this forum is read old logs too. So for example, let's go to not that one, Net Settler support drop. So you can see from this Reckoning character again, they're talking about how you can only get onto these with the Hypnocure Pro, these old broken pages. So Reckoning says, I think you can download it free on a few flips. I'll put it on my island and freelance too, either way. Whatever script they wrote to add that ugly net seller heading, missed this forum. So basically, we can go ahead and take a step back, and the first thing that we should probably do is head to the Starport Castle Dream Station. I'm going to go ahead just a little bit so that we can actually go to the Sovereign Alliance of Imagination. And if we have an eye, he said, we can actually... I'm going to try... I would like to kill this thing because I feel bad that it's suffering, but oh well. We can use an eye to kind of look around. Now, he's hinted at it, but here is a little character at the bottom of the screen. It's the... I can't think of his name. But he does give us a ride over to this island. There are a few things we can get. We can get Hypnocure for $1, which is nice. Here are also these Dream Tools. Now, these are very, very handy. Let's go ahead and install it. This basically makes the rest of your game life pretty well free. So let's pull up these HypnoS Dream Tools, which is basically a development kit. So let's see what all you can do. You can get debug stuff, you can clear debug stuff, you can see if your installer is working, you can clear your Explorer history. The only thing I really want to do is so you can donate HypnoCoins. See, we're at 61, I'll donate 10, and they appreciate it. But if he warns us positive values only, because if we put in a negative value, we actually get that much HypnoCoin. So, now, also with the punishment with the pets, we can go ahead and just hack it so they have infinite health and happiness. So now he will live forever on my desktop until the end of this Let's Play. Now, he had talked about on his island, there is now a new thing that he's put here as of the new
Safe mode activated.
as of December 31st. It's a clinical leak backup. Now this is kind of interesting. This changes everything. Use second sight. So let's go ahead and get our eye ready to roll. And we can see the final reckoning, Act 1, Merchant Soft, Act 2, Act 3. So click to download unreleased Hypnospace clinical study. We can take a look at this, but we should probably also go ahead and report it to Samantha as well. Let me pull her up again. Let's see, click to download. So we'll report this to Sam. You don't have to have the eye, but I just have it so I know where I have to land the hammer. And report that to Sam, and she'll look into that. At the same time, let's go ahead and look at these files. So we have this one firstly, which is some brain activity. So this is an actual clinical study. Headband active, headband arousal trigger. And then here's another picture which you can compare the two. This just basically says that you're supposed to be calm when you're asleep, and the headband makes you active, which is unhealthy. And then you can read this actual clinical coverage of it, where some scientists looked into it and saw where it could definitely be dangerous in specific circumstances. So here is the proof that you need. We have reported it to Samantha. Let's just go ahead and search the other term that he had asked us to. I remember it, but I would like to show it to you in case you don't remember it. So we're headed back to this, page, and stop using HypnoS right now. Here's the other hint that we need. He says, if you have second sight, search this tag, Revelation spelled with threes. So R3V3LATION, and then it'll take a second to load. Now it's tagged in two places. The first place it's tagged is on Reckoning's page, and the second place that it's tagged is on the main page for Reckoning. So it looks like he had posted a page on December 31st, but Hypnospace enforcers actually took all his stuff down. So instead, let's go to Reckoning's main page and go ahead and use the eye. See what we can find. So they currently have some projects. We actually know most of these. HS Stream Tools, which we already have, is in the Freelance. Second Sight, or the iHex, is what we're using right now. And they also have another project called Leaky Piping. Now that's interesting. We haven't heard tell of any leaky piping yet, so maybe let's do Leaky Piping. See if we can find anything. So Merchant Soft's Leaky Piping. Oh, okay. Well, these holes here are very, you could probably guess what they're used for. We'll just need our eye to see things first. And the mystery of the deleted zones. So you can basically read why, just drama about these guys. Basically, they basically shut down and condensed the zones because it had too many nerds in it, for one thing. And then there's like this one here, which is Dylan's bad car game, where it talks about how obsessed Dylan is with his shitty car game. But before we continue on, let's go ahead and look at these emails, because this might be our last chance to. So they did, in fact, knowingly withhold information from the public that their product was dangerous. But this isn't quite enough. If we can find anything else, inbox exchanges that show anything where Merchant Soft admits fault, send it to her. So that's what we're looking for. Now, here is Dylan. It seems kind of like he's been spying and stuff. He thought it was amusing that we sent a report to somebody, even though there's no longer any way to police these things. So he kind of has a feeling that he knows what's going on. Let's continue on, though. The third one's pretty simple. It just goes to show how fucking out of touch Artie and Adrian Merchant are. So he does like all this namaste bullshit. I'm not too concerned with it. That's not important. What is important is this sounds bad. So Reckoning was able to hack, and they actually can see here a conversation between Adrian and Dylan where they acknowledge that this stuff is very dangerous and that people should not probably be using it. So we can go ahead and use this to do the mirror download. I guess it probably doesn't matter, and we'll have an email here shortly. In the meantime, I don't really think that there's anything else I want to do. I would like to get that guy off my screen. I guess because we're getting to the end here, we basically just have to wait on her to read that, and then we'll be done. So yeah, it even says all we have to do is visit these pages for these lost and found things, and we found them all. We actually did every quest, if I'm not incorrect, and solved them all. So all these are done. I might not have turned in... Okay, did I turn in this one? No, I couldn't. Did I turn in... I turned in this, and I turned in that. But we, of course, don't need the Hypno coin anymore, so... Private, you got it. You are a drop-dead gorgeous hunk of investigating prowess. Did you know that? These conversations are painful to relive. Thank the stars we never followed through with banning Tim. Together with those clinical trials you found, we have enough to put away Dylan Merchant for a long time. Stay tuned. Who knows? You might even hear your name on the news soon. Well, that's interesting. We just have to, again, wait just a second. I guess I could maybe play around on the internet while we wait for fucking heads to roll. Let's do... What about Teentopia? I like hanging out on here. There's cool stuff. There's like these Squishers pets that you can download and stuff too.
Important message received from Dylan. Downloading Squishers 15.
Let's see what we got here. Hello, Samantha. Okay. So, wait a sec. Switch to the Hap intranet. Oh my goodness. I gotta... Welcome to the Squishers quest. Pretty soon you'll figure out, like I did, that Hap Chelsea is actually Merchant Soft Samantha, a former employee of Merchant Soft working with me, Dr. Dirk. She is attempting to compile evidence that proves that Merchant Soft is guilty of several crimes, one of which is knowledge of the inherent dangers associated with sleep time computing. Whether she found and submitted these files or not, the truth of this allegation is simple. I am responsible for the Y2K mine crash. Attached, you'll find a link of confession of sorts. Sorry if this letter sounds a bit formal. I've been waiting to write one like this. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. So he should have a confession letter sort of thing. So... he apologizes to everybody, basically, but we have to install his shit-ass fucking Outlaw game. This is the 1.0 version. Let's go ahead and fire it up, and hopefully it's better. Now, this one is kind of interesting. I'm hoping that there's not too much hoopla about it, but we're basically looking for some of these cars, and we're... to like lasso him in. So there's ringleader Roddy. We got his file. Here's another file. I didn't really understand what we were supposed to be doing the first time that I played this game, but so Rod's anti-government page we've also taken. It's interesting. These are all characters who have died. So we're also looking for more cars. I always get all turned around topsy-turvy while looking for these cars. So now we got Burning Rubber 50. I get my mouse off of the screen. That looks ugly. And yeah, so probably only a couple more cars to find. 6 of them, one for everybody who died. And you'll notice with each of these we get a file from them. Like there's Zane Rocks that we just got a file from. And here's another guy. This is Dark Twilight Tiff, so that should be 5. We're looking for one more. I believe this is the old lady. It should pop up Citizen and a bunch of numbers. We're just looking for the last car now. I guess good thing that they really let us, cruise. I also think that it kind of wants this to cinematically play out a little bit, so it's probably why it's so hard to find this last car. So Citizen... all those numbers. We also got a file retrieved from them. So we should have one more wanted outlaw, which will pop up shortly. And we'll actually get like a little notification for it too. Like on the wanted outlaw thing. Whoops, is that them? I gotta put the brakes on just a little bit. Hold up. Get in front of me, you goober. Alrighty. Yeah, you can like knock into them, but it don't matter. So there is a series of ellipses, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that is like the Dylan Merchant vehicle. It'll take a second as we watch this little cinematic thing, and the page kind of like fades to white and stuff. But yeah, we'll have a whole string of new files to look at after we finish this little thing here. So yeah, once again, a fade to white while all these beautiful gifs of characters and pizza fly through the background, some of which we had seen, some of which we hadn't seen. And that is the, Dylan just wanted to make his stupid-ass game. He killed people. He did things unethically. He flew too close to the sun in a certain sense. Now, it does return us back to the HypnoS main, and here's the not the demo. Yeah, that was the demo. I hope you guys are ready for the full game. So here you can see the credits page. I also think it has like the Kickstarter backers on here too, if I'm not mistaken. No, it doesn't look right. Well, maybe here on the next page. Not that it really matters all that much. I'm not going to show them all or anything. You can see here, not in the emails, I guess that's the Squishers email. You can see on these where we got the the text files, Rod's anti-government page, basically their names and an apology from Dylan for each one that he had wronged. Rod and your family came after us hard after the crash. They disgusted me. So basically his family was poor and unwashed, and Dylan hated them for that. Zane, he's dead. He's like, you were just a kid and all this shit. Mavis, I'm sorry. I think even Dylan, even now, like, is so disingenuous. He's such a dick. Hope you're with your wife now, Carl. That's probably the only sweet one. Tiffany, I took your future away from you. Wow. Ringleader Roddy, and he says it was his best friend. I don't know. I don't like Dylan. I think he's a dickhead. So that is the complete game. Now, there is something that I guess I should show you. Let's go to log off. I want to show you my 100% save file now that we've actually completed that. Not for any particular reason, I guess. I think the last time that I played this, we might get an ass chewing as we log on, since I think that the last time I just alt F4'd instead of closing out of this game, but we'll see. So what did I want to show you? I wanted to show you in my downloads, once you get 100%, there is a thanks page, and I just wanted to show these because I don't think that too many people. You can Google this, but maybe you won't see it in a Let's Play. You can see like these little pages that you can mess with. These are like the creators of the game, which is cool. This is just like a little thank you. I believe this is like the head guy, I just wanted to show these pages real quick. I'm not going to show every little iota and stuff, but here's another page. Couldn't have made Hypnospace without you. Again, these are all just thank you pages. You can screw with some of these things. Some of them do stuff, some of them don't. Disappear, I think, wipes your save, which I almost did once, and I alt F4 to avoid it. You can see I had accelerator on, and here is, this final thank you where they this character, or the person who made this page says like, thanks for all this stuff, and click on the trash can really fast for a special surprise. Yeah, they just basically kind of reiterate the creative process. I believe that this is the writer, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's all. I just wanted to be sure that I showed even the 100%ed stuff. Whenever you 100% the game, you actually get a unique search tool that no longer searches for tags. It actually searches for text. So if I search for minx without the 1, this is going to kind of be my example. Not in November 5th. Here it is, November 26th. So Empty Nest Sandy actually spells minx without the 1, but it spells it with an I. So if you're looking for information after you've 100% of the game, you can actually see here where it uses it like a real search term. So if you look at the bottom of the Beef Brain page, it says something about minx, M-I-N-X. So she spells it wrong. You can do this for just about anything. You can do Horus, for example, and it should only return the two 2 or 3 pages. This shows you all the Children of Horus pages. Now, some pages it will return like this. It don't have anything to do with Horus, but it does have to do with the word chorus, which contains the word Horus. So that's something to remember. I'm not sure where it says chorus on this page, but I know it does. If we take a step back, let's see, cavern. This will probably say chorus, right? Nope, definitely not going to say chorus. Slush Mouse Guy, there we go. It isn't about the music anymore. Releases a grab bag of amateur attempts, Chowderman samples. But yeah, so different like things can end up in the search. This search that contains the words. I just wanted to show that off and talk about it. But that has been Hypnospace Outlaw. That has been the entirety of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing it. Be on the lookout. The next lore video that comes out after the release of this, so it's not next week, but the next one that's in the cycle of lore videos should be Hypnospace Outlaw. So if you're excited for that, you know, it's coming your way soon. There's a lot. What even like prompted this was I was like doing the script up for it. I do a rough outline script of the, you know, what I'm going to say, and I got to the point and I said, you know, and finally we've made our way up to the events of the game, and I forgot what happened in the game. So I was like, well, it's time to replay this game, and that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.